another story behind the stories. Today we're diving into the first book in my Pine Valley series called Searching for Home. Now, if you pay attention to publication dates, you may see that between Tempting Fate, which was the final book in the Fate trilogy, and Searching for Home, first book in my Pine Valley series, that there was about 10 years or so between publishing the two. And what can I say? Life happens, right? I had kids and they took a lot of care, and life just got in the way, figuring out careers and money and who knows, all the general life stuff. But writing was something that I've always felt compelled to do. While I enjoy it, it's also one of those things that when I'm not doing it, I feel like I should be doing it. It was always part of me that even when I didn't have the time or ability to get things done, actually sit down and write, it was always in the back of my mind. So I knew at some point I wanted to write something else. And so finally, I just sat down and did it. Now, I had always wanted to write a small town series. I have enjoyed books like the Cedar Cove series by Debbie Macomber, or things like that, where you have a small town and lots of characters and their lives intertwine. And it's like people know each other, but there's still a lot of drama. There's still a lot of things going on. And you see that people's lives are individual and their wants and their needs are universal, right? So it had always been a dream of mine to create a small town series. So that is what, when I sat back down to write another book, that is where I was coming from. So I wanted to create a small town, and I did. And I'm not quite sure where the idea for Addie, who's one of the main characters who we start out the book with, came from, or actually where Maggie came from either, the longtime diner owner. I think they're both probably just parts of, you have to figure that when you are stuck in the muck of day to day living and dealing with little kids and struggling with what you want to do for a career and trying to figure out all the bits and pieces and feeling perhaps slightly disgruntled in certain things, there's always a part of you that is like, what if I could start over? Or let me just run away from it all and, you know, leave my troubles behind and figure it out. And I suspect that's kind of where those characters came into play. Because Addie, right from the beginning, is literally running away from her old life and looking for a fresh start. And so I think it was always just one of those, not necessarily dreams, but one of those little inklings in the back of your mind, like, what if I could just start over? What if I could just run away from all my troubles and start afresh? So I have a feeling that's where it came from, though I can't say for sure. Things just kind of come to me sometimes, and I just have to roll with it. So that is how Searching for Home began. That is how the town of Pine Valley came to be. And if you want to see what happens with those characters and what happens in the little town of Pine Valley, Connecticut, you can pick up Searching for Home and then Between the Moments, which we'll go into next time, and see what happens in there. So that'll be it for now. I will see you next time to dive into Between